Hi friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tanji, and in today's video we're going to be learning how to do a DIY lettuce hem. So what you need is what you want to do the hem on, a pair of scissors, some pins, and thread. And let's not forget about a sewing machine. Alright, so excuse my super awkwardness, but here what I did was that I put the dress on to get a feel of where I want to cut it at, and so what I decided on was my belly button. And so what I did was that I took two pins and put one on where my belly button was and the second one to where I cut it, so that I made sure I had enough seam allowance. Alright, before I forget, here are the settings that I did for my sewing machine. Yours might be a little bit different, but make sure that you are using a zigzag stitch. Alright, so what you want to do after you've put your pins and marked where you want to cut it is cut it in a straight line going across. You can, to make it easier, you can use like a yardstick or a ruler and mark it with chalk or fabric marker. The nice thing about my fabric is that it already has horizontal lines, and so I'm just going to follow this purple line all the way around and make sure it's as even as possible. Okay, so then after I'm done with that, my next step is going to be folding it, and make sure it's inside out and then fold it, and then I'm just going to be pinning it around so that when it gets to me sewing, it makes it a lot easier. Alright, so once we set up our sewing machine to the proper settings and we cut and pinned our fabric, the next step to getting our lettuce hem is to place our fabric right along the edge, like line it up to the needle, and you want it to just be at the edge, sewing along the edge as much as possible, because that's what will allow us to get that nice waviness to it. And so once you do that, you just sew it all around and make sure to back stitch it at the end. So I completely forgot to make a end result video. However, here's a picture that I took for the thumbnail. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and I hope that when you try this, it turns out just as well.